Hi everyone, I'm Corinne.
And I'm Davina.
And together we are
Embracing Genesis.
So today we've been sitting here and we are talking about the importance of celebrating, and more specifically, celebrating yourself. Because as women, we don't celebrate ourselves.
At all.
Not
enough.
Not
At least
enough.
we could say not enough.
Right, not enough. And in some cases, not at all.
Yeah.
Because we take on so much doing things for other people, we forget that we're important too.
Right.
And we also forget that our accomplishments, no matter how big, no matter how small, they deserve to be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that you do to celebrate yourself, as far as, just to make sure that you get, that needed, okay, I did it.
Correct. I'll be honest, this is a spot I struggle in.
Okay.
I don't take the time to celebrate myself like I need to. I just get going and moving, and sometimes I don't stop. They say stop to smell the roses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I'll run over the roses, right? So
Yeah.
I don't take the time to celebrate myself the way that I need to. Now, I know the right answer. I can give you some correct answers, some textbook answers, which would be, self-care is very important.
Yes.
And I spend time relaxing and going to the spa and caring for myself. But it's a lie, y'all. It's a lie. I don't do it. I know the right thing, but I don't do it.
No.
I don't do it. So I'm going to flip it on you. What do you do to celebrate yourself?
Absolutely nothing. So
You look at it too. Listen, obviously we're not no experts in this area,
Right.
but we know the right thing to do. So
No.
we're going to teach you the right way to do things.
the right thing.
Because it's critical and it's important.
It's very important.
And the reason why it's so important is because it gives you the motivation that's needed to keep going. You get in this place where you move and you move and you move. And if you don't celebrate yourself, you eventually get burnt out because you didn't take the time to daily renew. You didn't renew your spirit. You didn't sharpen your saw. You didn't find balance.
Right.
So we know the importance of it. And it's important for you to celebrate yourself. And that work in progress.
Work in
Progress. We're definitely, it goes on schedule to do, but I just never set the time. I set the time, but when it comes up, I just push myself to the back burner to knock out stuff for other people or to knock out another task, but not to just knock out honoring myself in the moment for the good and the winnable gains I have made.
Which is true. And the thing about it is, like, when you don't take the time to celebrate yourself, you can get into this mode of feeling like what you're doing doesn't have value. Yeah. And so you're constantly, the last time we talked about the hamster being on the wheel and just constantly going and going and going. I think I like this hamster. But
did you have a hamster growing up? Okay.
But you get on the wheel and you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and then you feel like, well, am I doing this in vain? Does any of what I'm doing have any value? Because you're not taking the time to just stop and say, you know what, I accomplished this. I am proud of myself. I was able to complete it. And so now I'm just going to take a moment to say, this is what I did. And there's a huge difference in bragging about something that you accomplished and celebrating what you accomplished.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference. You're not conceited and you're not being selfish when you say, I'm proud of myself and I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get my hair done or buy a new wig or whatever the case may be.
Braided up short.
Yeah. Whatever it is, you take that time and say, this is for me because I am proud of my accomplishment.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we focus on that a whole lot more.
I think it goes back to what I said earlier. You have to honor yourself. And in celebrating myself, it doesn't mean I'm arrogant.
No.
It doesn't mean that I'm boasting. But I know I worked hard.
Yes.
And the places where I worked hard at, I want to make sure I celebrate my victories. And I don't have to win the war to celebrate.
No.
But if I won a battle, I don't care how small it is.
Yes.
I'm making sure I'm celebrating my small victories as well as my big victories, because in the celebration, there's accountability for me to have another victory, because I know if I'm going to celebrate by going on a trip, if I accomplish this, or I'm going to celebrate by shopping, if I accomplish this, then I'm going to hold myself accountable to meeting the deadlines that I set for myself. And so that's why I know I need to celebrate more often, because sometimes I can go off course with the deadlines, and it's just like, oh, I'm going to get this done by such and such date. Such and such date comes, I'm like, I can get it done by such and such day. And before I know it, I'm moving forward and forward and forward.
Exactly.
And I didn't stick to it because there was no celebration at the end that I can say, once I achieve this, girl, you a bad chick. You did it. And that's why it's important for us to put those celebrations in place.
It's a motivating tool. You know what I'm saying? It's a motivator. It's saying, you know, like I did such a great job when I did this, and I rewarded myself by going on that trip that I always wanted to go to. And so then when you come back off of that trip, that means you get back to work, and then you say, I'm going to look forward to, you know, having a spa day, you know what I'm saying, to recoup, you know, the time that I spent ripping and running on my trip. But that'll be my celebration for after I, you know, finish this task. And what I really want to drive home is, you know, I think too, a lot of women don't celebrate because they dim their lights, because they don't want to make someone else feel bad for what they didn't accomplish, or they don't want to make themselves seem bigger or grander than what they are. But the thing about it is
arrogance.
It's not arrogant. You worked hard. You know what I'm saying? You sacrificed some things. There were some, you know, things that you had to give up to get to that point, or whatever it may be.
Right.
And if you have to dim your light to make someone else feel comfortable, then that's their issue and their insecurities. That's not your problem.
Right.
At all.
Pretty much, if you're shining bright, they need to put some glasses on.
Exactly.
You know, then they need to put some glasses on and they can't take it.
You know, that's it. And, you know, and the thing about it is, if they can't handle it, then maybe you need to reevaluate your circle. That'll be a different video. But just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, just know that, you know, if they're not happy for you and they can't celebrate with you, then that's not the person you want around you.
Right. Because well, I'm going to jump into another video too, so I'm going to bring it back. But you need cheerleaders in your circle.
Yes.
And if you don't have cheerleaders in your circle, you got the wrong people in your circle. You got some vision killing vagabonds with you. And nobody need a vision killing vagabond in their circle. Period. Don't take them on your journey. No. Don't take them nowhere you got to go. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and kill them jokers right now. So if you got people in your circle that you know are vision killers for your life,
yes,
it's okay to drop them like a bad habit today, ASAP. As soon as you watch the video, go ahead and recategorize them in your life, because they're in the wrong place anyway.
They're in the wrong place.
Yep.
And the thing about it, like we just said, if they can't celebrate with you, vision killing vagabonds are dead weight.
Yeah.
And how many of us trying to lose weight anyway? I don't need to pick up no extra pounds,
right?
Because I'm carrying somebody that, you know, don't need to be there anyway. So get rid of them. You're doing yourself a service.
The end.
That's it.
So to recap, one of my takeaways from the conversation is what I already know. I gotta celebrate myself better. I gotta do it much more. It needs to be frequent. It needs to be a part of my lifestyle.
Yes.
What's the takeaway for you?
The takeaway for me is celebrating is a renewal process. It gives you the opportunity to make sure that you take care of yourself, because I am all about self-care. So take care of yourself. It gives you the opportunity to renew. It gives you the opportunity to regroup. It gives you the opportunity to organize and focus your thoughts. And then when you go back, you're able to hit the ground running.
Period. The end.
And that's it.
So make it a part of your lifestyle. We are not models in this area. Do not be like us.
No.
Where we fail to celebrate ourselves. But make sure you do it and you hold yourself accountable. And that's the word of the day, accountability.
Yes.
Hold yourself accountable to celebrating yourself, because in celebration, that is where you honor yourself. You honor your growth. You honor where you're headed. You honor every step that you have taken. You honor every small victory, every big victory. So honor yourself by celebrating, and know that it's okay. And you're not cocky.
Nope.
You're not arrogant.
Nope.
You're not boasting.
You're not
conceited. You're just making sure that you're telling the world and you're telling yourself that I have worked hard. And in this moment, I'm going to take some time and I'm going to invest in myself to say, girl, you did well. That's it.
That's it.
Got anything else?
No.
Okay. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter,
and YouTube. YouTube.
And you too, make sure that you subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
And celebrate.
They kept out on it.